Well, here's a question for you. How often do you get hungry? Most of us probably get hungry several times a day. We can go without food just for a little while, but sooner or later we need food, we need water, and we definitely need air in order to survive. Now behind me there are a couple of containers here, and one of them is a walk-up food pantry. You can walk up to it and there's food available 24 hours a day. For anyone that needs to come and get food. And on the other side is a container that contains books, and there are Bibles in it, there are Christian books and other literature. And I think it's appropriate that these two things stand side by side, because one feeds the body, the other is designed to feed the soul and to feed the mind. That kind of reminds me of something that Jesus said. He just finished feeding thousands of people with a handful of food, and then he went away for a while because they wanted to force him to become king. And they went looking for him, and when they found him, he almost chided them, telling them that the only reason you're looking for me is because I fed you miraculously. And he told them something very important. He says, you need to work for the food which endures to eternal life, and not for the food that perishes. And the food that perishes is what he just finished feeding them. The loaves and the fish. And the food that goes in this container behind me is also the food that perishes. Think about that. If you had a never-ending supply of that kind of food, if you had a grocery bag that was bottomless and never got empty, you would never go hungry another day in your life. But the one thing that it cannot prevent is the inevitable day. When that day comes, it cannot prevent you from aging, and it cannot prevent you from passing from this life. On the other hand, Jesus said, if you eat the food that I give to you, the food that endures to eternal life, that you will live forever. And of course they wanted this food, and he told them, I am that food. I am the bread of life which endures to eternal life. And what that reminds us is that we need more than just physical sustenance. We need Jesus. He is the source of our life. Later on, when they were trying to struggle to figure out what exactly he meant, he said to them, my words are spirit and are life. The flesh profits nothing. They are spirit and life. And that kind of reminds me of this other smaller container behind me, with which you can pick up Bibles and things of that nature. The words of life. One is for feeding the body, the other is for feeding the soul. And we need both, but we need even more so what feeds the soul. We need Jesus. He is the source of our life. Not only the source of our life here, but the source of our life into all of eternity. So remember that the next time you sit down and have a meal to eat.